Hello and welcome to another update video about BNB. BNB is a bit stubborn here, and BNB did a bit of a rally here today, all the way up to $212 actually. Got rejected from the trend line, however. So we have a bit of a retest of a trend line from below. Quite a strong rejection, as you can see here. So I'm on the 1 hour chart. It literally just happened in the last hour. 50% already retraced off that rally, and it still has very much a three-wave appearance. So as I explained to you in the last video, this could simply be an A, B, C structure in wave 3. This B wave could even unfold as a triangle. We don't have enough evidence for it, but if we get a break above $215, that is when we can start to talk about, okay, maybe the low is in. But more reliable would be a break above $221 above all these highs here. And it needs to happen with in a 5-wave structure. At the moment, this is just 3 waves up. Okay. And to me, it still looks like an A-B pattern with a C to come in wave 3. If it pushes a little higher, then I might have to assume that wave 2 is simply resetting a little higher. That's possible as well. But I cannot reset wave 2 of 5 higher if it surpasses the $215 level. Okay, so that's sort of the theoretical limit for the idea that wave 5 to the downside has started. We had quite a nice breakdown from the triangle that we've been tracking, A, B, C, D, E. But it's not really followed through yet. Well, it has actually. I mean, it moved down, yeah, 6 to 7%. Very close to our target level, to the ideal target level. But not there yet, okay? And remember that this is a key pivot point. Yeah, a very, very important decision area in which we will see the decision if we can continue to track a more direct bullish scenario, or if the chart wants to follow the red wave count, which can take it down to round about $120. I showed you that in the last video on the daily or weekly chart. Overall, what's happening here is not nothing unusual and nothing that BNB hasn't done before. So if you look at what BNB did in the recent weeks, we had quite ridiculous 3-wave rallies that all broke down again. And this is just another one, as it seems, at the moment at least. If it turns into a 5-wave rally, then we can look for a 3-wave pullback afterwards, and then we have a valid 1-2 setup. But it's way too early for that. Way too early for that. So obviously all these rallies here were just 3-wave structures. You can see that actually very clearly. This one as well. This wave 2 as well, and here again. Yeah, and they get smaller and smaller. Okay, so yeah, I'm still looking for a drop. It would also be in line with what we expect for Bitcoin, but we had a few altcoin spikes today, a few altcoin rallies out of the blue. Now these typically can't really be traded unless you just take some profits when you already have a position when those rallies happen, or we're just waiting like for a more reliable setup after a first rally occurred, that we basically get 5 waves up and 3 waves down, where we can enter in a pullback. Okay, we didn't do that here anywhere because all these rallies just generated 3-wave structures, and it was the right decision not to post any long setups here because the price came down lower after a 3-wave rally. You cannot trust further upside. You cannot trust in further upside. They typically lead to more downside afterwards. And, after 3 waves up, typically more downside follows. That happened. And if we continue to see only 3-wave rallies, we would still expect the price to reach our target range there between $200 and $184. So at the moment, I see this small spike that we had as a B-wave rally. Doesn't seem sustainable at the moment, especially if something like that happens on the weekend. It typically doesn't lead to anything more sustainable, but we'll see. I mean, a break back above the trend line and a break above the wave 4 high would certainly lead to a reinterpretation of the microstructure, not necessarily of the entire structure. But just off the microstructure, and if we see the right setup that could send us higher, then I will let you know. At the moment, as I explained, we are close to a decision area, close to a potential low. I'm not telling you it will reverse here, but what I'm telling you is we are very close to an invalidation point, which would be the $184 level. And if you can strategically position yourself close to such an invalidation point, you know, we typically have a very attractive reward to risk ratio, because you basically know when this setup fails, and a break below 184 should send the price down to round about 120. Okay, it doesn't need to come down that low, but there is then certainly a structure in which we first would need to complete a third wave, would then at some point see a wave 4 rally, and come down in one more lower low in a wave 5. That's my update about BNB. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.